Howdy. Might start a new series. This is like often where I sleep because I'm like watching TV and I just pass out. But there's like a hole. See like how far is it there? You know what I mean? I can reach my hand out. It's almost like a side of the bed. Thinking about doing a series called Your Side of the Bed. You know what I mean? I'll upload it, even though I'm shooting from this. I just haven't been able to bring myself really to go in my studio, man. Not for recording, not for writing. It's just been so fucked up. You know what I mean? It's just been so fucked up here recently. And the worst part about it is I've seen it for the last 30 years. I've seen all of this. Not the players. No. But all of this. This is what I've been waiting on. This is what I've been telling people is going to happen since 1990s. So help me. So help me. So help me. I've been following God since I was 17 and I read the little green book, little green New Testament. I've been following the God of the Bible, not the God of the Jews, not the God of Christians, the God of the Bible, with praying to understand Him the way God wanted to be understood. Yeah? So, that's what I do. Huh? Yeah. Um, Life is not, to quote Mark Flanagan, living's not hard, it's just not easy. And one of the reasons I've always been kind of drawn to Flanagan, Mark Flanagan, is that drifting to the edge honesty, going way, way the fuck out there. You know what I mean? I like going way the fuck out there where no one's been. Yeah? Ideas and thoughts where people don't like to go. People are scared to go. I'm not scared. I'm scared of God and God alone. When I get a feeling like I'm not supposed to be there, I don't go, or if I feel like I should go there, I go. And I stand tall. Because I feel like I'm representing God when I go. I will honor my father. I will honor my mother. That doesn't mean obey. It means bring honor. There's so much retribution coming to America for the mistranslation of God's word. I feel bad for you. I don't. I would feel bad for you, but I don't. You went to the same schools, you had the same books, you had the same shit, you had the same Bible, you had the same churches, you had the same everything I had. If you're American, you had the same shit I had. I promise you. I've been poor, poor. I've been good enough off, as well off as I want to be without hurting anyone else. I don't want to hurt anybody. Not so I get what I want. No, fuck you. You know bullshit that is? To hurt other people in search of yourself. Search of self is an introspective thing. You shouldn't have to hurt anybody else to figure out who you are. And if you don't know who you are, the last thing you need is a relationship. You need a relationship with yourself. That's what they mean by you gotta love yourself first. You don't have to really. You ever love someone you don't like? Family member. Yeah? Because loving someone and liking someone are two different things. We admit that all the time, but we don't admit it to ourselves, do we? We don't give ourselves that break. Do we? Distinguishing between love and like for us. Either you love us or you hate us, don't you? Even if you love me, you like me, or you hate me. You vote Republican, you vote Democrat, you vote Independent. Lock her up. It's like there's confidence in three. It's like checking three. Sherlock Holmes said it good, said it well. He said it very well. There's something comforting for humans about three. They always stop looking after three. And then even after 4 or 5, you still stop looking because you can't conceive anyone being that much smarter than you. Can you? In fact, how could you contemplate a mind greater than yours? That admits you don't know everything. That admits you're subordinate. That admits you're weaker. That you're lesser. Who wants to do that? Not science. There's an answer. We'll find it. What if it tears the fabric of reality apart? So, I must know the answer to this. Why? Because I don't believe in your God. I don't believe God holds together this entire universe. So therefore, if I tear him apart, what? I tear this reality apart. At what cost? Well, then I prove there's no God. No. You just end yourself. Imagine trying to prove that your parents aren't your parents. The ones who gave birth to you. Your parents are not your parents. Right? No one made you. Try and think about it. Do you remember being made? So there was a time before you. When you die, there'll be a time after you. When a man dies, he takes a sin with him. So if God dies, it nulls itself out. Well, it's not fair. There's no such thing as fair. Fair is only based on what you want. Fair is based on how you're treated. Right? If you're treated well, that's fair. If you're treated not well, that's not fair. Isn't it? Even when you getting what you want costs others what they want, that's fair. As long as they're agreed with it, right? As long as they agree to it. As long as are you fine? 30% for 70? That sounds fair to me. You see? You see Americans' version of fair and freedom? You're fine with 10%? And I get the 90? What if I tell you it's a 50-50 split? You're good with that? Tell you what, I'll drop your costs 1,000%. No. You're paying $500 right now to me. We'll drop it down $100 per month. Yeah, we got a deal. Huh? We got a deal. Taxes, part of your life, so I can just live and tell you what to do. Make sure that nothing ever happens to you. And if it does, you have a fucking back deal. Then why you keep voting for them? This is shit I came up with when I was like 6 and 7 years old, assholes. What the fuck are you doing? I've been sitting here 30 years praying that I wasn't right. Here we are. What do we do about that? What do I do about that? Hmm? What do we do? Seriously, what would you do? I've got a good idea of what to do. I don't need your permission. I don't need your help. I don't need you. The Bible says that God would have it that no soul perish. I believe that with all my heart. But never making someone's the same as you never hurting people. Imagine this is a long-running program of a long story. We're just trying to kill forever. We're trying to have fun. We're not trying to have sorrow. What kind of heaven has crying? What kind of dream do you wake up from? The best kind if reality is real and good. Yeah? You wake from a dream and you want to share that. You want to tell people. You created something. Your mind, you heard a melody. It doesn't exist in reality. It's only in this virtuality of what you can pre-plan your life to be, but your pre-plans rarely include anybody else, which is fine for chaos. Huh? It's very fine for chaos. It's wonderful. It's a chaos engine. My day is to go to the store and get pasta or whatever the fuck it is, and I intersect with your reality, and we collide seamlessly. Your elven kingdom doesn't offend mine. You know? Sensibilities. You're holding hands with your partner does not offend my sensibilities. The first time I saw a gay couple was in San Francisco. I was 6 years old, 5 or 6. My brother and I were riding the Bay Area Rapid Transit, the BART, and we got off in San Francisco, and we're just walking around. We're young, 5 and 8, but you could do that back then. There was no danger. My parents didn't care because it's not this. You can't judge my life based on what current situations are. I can't judge your life based on how I grew up because times have changed. But for some reason, you fucking maggots, you watch the time evolve into what you're living now. You can't accept that your children might change that into. Did your parents really approve of what the fuck you were doing? Like 100% approved? Or were you hiding some shit? You hid some shit, didn't you? You still hide shit except from your friend spouse and or your lover. Because in this world, we make those two different things. Your best friend's over there. Your lover's over there. And your wife is there. Never the three shall meet. Or there's going to be war over who's the best. It's not these threes. You guys just love threes. If any of those two meet each other, then your life, it must not be complete, right? Because even you can't pull it together. I want a wife who's my best fucking friend, and not like in that bullshit, am I your best friend? No. Like, I tell her all this shit from my life, and she tells me all this shit from her life, unfiltered. We don't have to worry about shit. We're neither one of us are going nowhere. Understand? Neither one of us going nowhere. For no reason. They can never tear us apart. That's what I want. I want to see all those flaws. I want to see, you know what I mean? I want to wake up with that shit. Your side of the bed. I could always do an ASMR if you want to hear an ASMR, like morning talk sometimes. I don't know if you want to do that or not. I mean, I could always do that from your side of the bed. Yeah. Like when I wake up and I have like a lot of like weird ideas and shit. Like first thing I wake up, I'm always like, oh fuck. Because I reload everything from yesterday. First thing in the morning. And it processes, I process everything and I like actually think about it, you know? I sit there and I just think about things. Like all the time, I can't stop, I wish I could. If I get on like a ride when I'm like really fucking high, I'll be up for a day and a half, 2 days. Just going. Just going. Writing, creating, talking, thinking. It gets annoying as fuck, I'm sure. It would take a very special person that can handle living with that shit, you know? But, I think she's out there somewhere. I know who I want it to be, but I mean, that doesn't make, I mean, you can't mold someone into what you think they should be. Either they are or they're not. And, either you see someone who, as they are or you don't. Huh? So, if you can't see someone, if you're trying to change them into something else, you have to ask if you actually love them. Which is why I'll stay single for the rest of my life, because I already know what I want. And I won't settle for anything less. You know? So I'll just, I mean, why would you? Why should you? And so if it comes down to it, I'll just fucking die. I don't give a shit. I've been alone my whole life. What would really be the difference? There'd be no difference, really. So I guess I decided a long time ago, a while back, when I left my ex, honestly, it's gonna be her or nobody the rest of my life. Like, what if you don't? What if she doesn't like you back? I die alone. I don't give a fuck. That's the problem you guys worry about. You guys have to have a backup plan. You guys have to have a whatever. I don't need it. I got God. That's my only plan I've ever had since 17. That's my only backup plan. Sometimes I've wanted to check out. I rejected my application, if you will. I haven't liked it here my entire life. This planet sucks. Mainly because of America. If I'm being completely honest, America has caused the misery of so many things on this planet. If nothing else, think about the information spread by the technology we've created. Technically, we'd be to blame for AI. Technically, we'd be to blame for Nazism. Technically, we'd be able to be blamed for every bad thing in the world. Starting with our inception, of course, starting with America's inception, we could be blamed for every bad thing. I get that being born here, I'm partaking. That's why I try to check out. Because no one else saw what I saw. You know? What do you do when everybody else looks around and sees good, and what you see is only filth? What do you do? What do you do? That's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to go to the studio. I've just been wanting to lay down a lot. I'm awake. I've just been watching TV. It's not that I don't have any ideas or anything like that. I've got plenty of ideas for music, for all kinds of stuff. It's just like, what the fuck is the point? I don't know. What would be the point of doing more shit? Nobody gives a fuck about the shit I've done so far, so... And it's all just going the way God wants it to go. Yeah, it's just a lot of shit that's just been like, it's kind of like, why do anything, you know? And maybe I should just relax and just wait for God to show up, because then I'll definitely want to pick my guitar up. I'll definitely want to play the drums. I'll definitely want to do everything. But right now, it just feels like it's like a holding pattern for. I've never flown on a plane, so I don't want to go that route. But it's like being in a holding. The best I can describe it as being is like it's like. Fuck. What am I laying on there? Oh, the controller. So the best way I could describe it would be like going through detox and like you used up all your drugs, you know, and you know you're in the pharmacy and you're starting to sweat a little bit. You don't feel all that great. And you know that if it goes too much longer, you're gonna fucking puke. And they're like, it'll be like 15 minutes for your prescription. And you can't freak out. You know, like, can I have just one for right now? You know, you can't do that. Can you give me 3 so I can take them right now? I'm coming in hot, please. You're just gonna nod your head and sit there and try and pretend like you're not feeling what you're feeling. You know? Just like I said, you're just in a holding pattern for relief that you know it's coming. You know it. But during any point in time before, you know what I mean? Think of all the things that could happen between in that 15 minutes. Okay? Now I've processed all that in about 5 seconds. And now I'm sitting there waiting for the rest of 15 minutes. Do you see what I'm saying? I've often prayed that God make me some other way than this, if this isn't the way I'm supposed to be, and this is just the way I am. So, you can believe me or don't, I hate it a lot of times. So fucking lonely. It might be over soon. That'd be really good. And the good thing is I haven't been able to give myself like I want to give to anybody, because they all fucking suck. So that means that the first person to give it to would be when God makes his return. Because, as I said, if Yeshua had been a girl, Emmanuel had been a girl, what? You weren't there. You weren't there. Even if they wrote it wrong. I was thinking about this morning. Adam and Eve. What if it was just jotted down wrong? Because once you decide who the hero is, you know what I mean? Maybe there was a Lilith first. And Adam broke the rules and ate from the apple. Knowledge of good and evil. A little bug flew around here. He just got stuck in his throat because she stopped him. She didn't jot it down like that. Why couldn't God be a woman? Wouldn't it be typical of a woman to let a man make a fucking mistake and then take the blame for it? I mean, if you look at our history. Yeah? Seriously, if you think about our history, we've shit on women the entire time, and they've been there the entire time. Good, bad. It was Lilith, and then she turned into Eve. She changed. It was a really good thing, and a nice garden and all this stuff, and then he jumped the gun thinking he was the king, and she was willing. But that wasn't for them. Sorry, I gotta adjust a little bit. I don't know, right there. At least I'm open to ideas. I'm not fucking dogmatic or whatever the fucking word is, where you're just hardline principled towards. Just really, it's a hateful stance of putting blame on anybody. When, if you think about it, look at the structure of humans, of men and women. We're the same. We're just inverses of each other for a very good reason. Right? And then we combine together and make one flesh that no man should put asunder. That's not sex. Being a child. Yeah? No, if you're not every relationship works out, you know? It just doesn't. Doesn't mean anybody is bad as a standpoint, you know? Like, if you ask your kids about their dad, just honestly, without anyone around before you poison them, or their mom, whichever parent poisons them against the other one, they love them. They do. They honestly love them. Because the things that happen to you, between you and your wife, you know, you and your spouse, you didn't do that to your kid. You didn't cheat on your kid. Now, your mom, you're the mom of the child might say, you know what I mean? But that's not true. You weren't being a dad to someone else's kids unless you were their dad. The cheating and the betrayal comes from trying to own humans. Humans trying to own humans. That's what it comes down to. Trading people, like the Bible says. The ships with souls inside of them. Oh, there's slavery and trafficking going on right now. And America's telling you that we're almost done with it. Which they need to do that so that they don't get their heads lopped off in the process of all the Epstein files and shit like that. Bye-bye.